Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Talking Tens. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm also here with my co-host, Michaela, and you're listening to 93.7 FM The Ticket. It has. I feel like we haven't sat here in a while.
I'm excited. I think I haven't what am I trying to say? Haven't had a schedule for a minute. So now that this always makes me look forward to Mondays. Because I think it's just fun.
No, for sure. I mean, the last time we were on here, we were finishing our semester, and
a few weeks ago,
yeah. And since then, it's been almost like having nothing to do all day except practice, which is definitely a little weird, but
it's weird, but it's nice. I feel guilty that I have nothing to do.
I can agree with that.
I don't know how to feel about it because I'm sitting on my couch and I'm I think I have something to do, and then I'm I actually have nothing to do, and it's so nice. I think that's probably the weirdest thing about the space, I guess, in between first semester and second semester, because we're here before anybody else.
I know.
So it's weird.
But it is nice though, leading into season, to have that little bit of a break where you don't have school and you can just focus on your sport. So focus on gymnastics a little bit. But I guess rewinding a little bit, we also were going into our second inter squad before we left for the break.
Yeah, so that was about December 20th was that. And how do you feel like that went? I guess start from there, and then we'll kind of, so how did you think that the inter squad went for you personally, and what you're seeing with the team?
For me, the second inter squad was actually the first one where I did gymnastics at. Yeah. So at the first inter squad, I wasn't doing any gymnastics. I was kind of rehabbing an injury once again, just kind of playing it safe. But yeah, so after the second inter squad, I would say I was feeling pretty good. I mean, I did all 4 events again, which I haven't done in a really long time. And I don't know, I felt really confident with my gymnastics.
That's good.
Which was a good feeling. What about you?
It went better.
Yeah.
I know the first inter squad, it was a little funny because I made little mistakes that I don't normally make. If I'm being honest, if you weren't there, it was insane because my foot kind of slipped off the beam and somehow I stayed on the beam. I don't know how it happened. And I was a little mad at myself because when it comes to beam in specific, but gymnastics altogether, if you get ahead of your feet, it's not a good situation. So when I was on beam, I was getting a little worked up because I wanted to just be done. I had already done all my hard stuff. And I guess I really wasn't focusing on that moment right there. So I kind of made a little mistake, but the second inter squad made me feel ready, which you and I have gone through multiple seasons, so we know what to expect. And I think that being able to sit there and be okay, this felt good. I'm this is what I need to do better for the second one. And then just to know that we have a little more time felt really good. And then even just in between that, having some days where I'm I can sit and relax and have family time for Christmas and stuff. So the second one was a good eye opener, I think.
No, for sure. And I was happy to walk away from that and go, okay, it wasn't perfect. There's definitely still room for improvement, but it at least was a good starting point where I can look ahead and go, okay, this is what I need to focus on when we get back into the gym.
Yeah, I agree.
Was, I think, pretty good.
Yeah. So our schedule. So I guess starting with that, our first meet is this week.
Yeah? Meet week.
It's weird. It's weird to say.
I know.
Last first meet week.
I don't know. I can't think about that. I've already told myself throughout this season, I'm not telling myself okay, this is the last, because that makes me sad and
yep,
a little emotional, which I know that there will be a time and a place for that, but it is not at the beginning of the season.
True. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I keep trying to tell myself this sounds very sad, but I don't even want to say it, but because I feel it's getting towards the end. Yeah. I can't rely on next year or 2 seasons. So I kind of keep it in mind, I guess. I don't know. And plus it kind of keeps me humble in a way that I'm I have another year to do this. So I don't know. I also try to keep in mind that there's freshmen here watching us.
Yeah.
And it's weird being in the senior position, I think.
I can agree with that, but expand on that more. Like, what do you mean by that?
I guess because, like, I know, like, I tend to be, like, the silly one in the gym, but, like, in all reality, like, we're the oldest ones. We're the only ones that know what a real season looks like because, like, when COVID happened, I guess, like, it did mess up a lot of stuff for the juniors, sophomores,
the other
and
classes.
freshmen. So, I guess people, I mean, they think that it's, like, quote, like, not stupid question, but, like, they think they're scared to ask us, but we're like, no, like, ask us questions because, like, you don't know, and I don't think that the sophomores or the juniors even know about it. So I think it's an interesting position to be in because we've been here so long, but we've only seen, like, the normal and the weird and the in between.
Yeah, we've got the full full view, I guess, of every single situation. But kind of going off of that, I remember back to, like, our freshman year and being in their place, and I guess, like, I can relate to where, like, you're nervous to ask a question or you don't even know what question to ask. So I hope that we've, come across as, like, being approachable. I feel like definitely we've explained that to everyone, and we're very open with, if you have a question, like, make sure to ask it, even if you think it's silly. Like, no question is dumb.
I agree.
But
I think that it's one of those things that even if, like, they don't ask, we're like, hey, do this.
Yeah.
Because this is how I felt. Still, like, last year or the year before or freshman year, whatever it may have been, I'm like, or we'll stand here, we'll do this, we'll do that. And so they kind of don't have to ask those questions, which I think is nice.
And especially going into meet week with, like, how that looks as far as, like, practice days and traveling, what to pack, all of that. I think that we've been through it, so we know how that goes. And we could even jump into that a little bit now.
I was going to say, so, like, let's kind of break it down to, like, what we've kind of done since coming back from Christmas break. Because we've been back for a week?
2 weeks?
2 weeks? Yeah, something like that. So, like, kind of what has it looked like? What have we been doing? What is
coming up?
Yeah. What, like, I guess kind of, like, give us, I'll jump into, but give us, like, a bigger picture of, like, what this puzzle looks like.
So coming back from break, I would say the first couple of days we're just getting back into the swing of things. We had a few days off for Christmas break. And then after that, just getting back into routine shape, because I think we had maybe 7 practices until our first meet. So the past week has just been routines, focusing on the details, getting all of that together, and then today practicing in the arena.
Yeah, I was gonna say, big thing. That's probably one of the most fun things. I don't want to say intimidating because, like, I didn't feel intimidated. I don't know, like, it's pros and cons to it because it's like, oh, it's real. It's coming. But it's also fun to see, like, a different atmosphere and just kind of picture, like, when we walk into Devaney and when it's all set up and I see the floor, like, I kind of picture and I'm like, oh, I know little girls are going to be sitting there and like, it just, like, makes me super excited. And I think that's why, more so to, like, feel the equipment, but, like, also to be like,
just the environment and the atmosphere. I felt that too walking in there today. I was like, oh, this is real. Like, we have a meet this Friday, which
I still don't think that's hit me yet, though.
Really?
I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, yeah, we have a meet this Friday, but I wasn't like.
No, actually, when they, like,
palms
okay, we have a whiteboard in our gym and we have, like, a countdown on how many days until the first meet. And then, of course, today after practice, like, they switched it to one more practice until our first meet. And I was like, oh,
it's
okay. Yeah, like, it's here. So
yeah, I don't know if mine's gonna hit me until we get on the bus or, like, when we get there. So we're going to Iowa State this weekend.
Yeah.
How do you feel
about just,
like, are you ready? Like, how it, like,
I would say gymnastics wise, this would be the most confident I've felt going into a season, which is, that's obviously great to have, going into it, but I think that just comes with like the experience and being a 5th year and just knowing, I guess, what season is all about and what to expect. I guess just for everything, like traveling, once you get to the meet, warm-ups, actual competition. I think that having done it so many times now, like I'm sitting here and I go, okay, like I can finally really just enjoy it this year.
I think that's kind of where I'm sitting, because when, like you said, we got to practice in Devaney today, which was like super nice. In the arena, like where volleyball plays, is where we are set up at, and I didn't really like. We were running around the floor, and I was like, okay, we're just running, and then I got to beam, and normally I can tell how nervous I am when I get up on beam, because you're like we said, we're in a different setting, and when we're in there, normally we're in Compleos and we're hair's done, makeup's done, and everything. So like being able to kind of get in the arena, and in the past few years when we've done it, my hands would start sweating and I would complain because the mats are slippery, and I think like that was just my way of like coping, that I'm like, oh, I'm scared, but I didn't want to say it. And I think this is the first year that I've been like, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, and I just want to point out too, when you switch equipment, it can be a big change, just depending on, well, number one, like the lights. It sounds silly, but when you're doing gymnastics, it does make a difference. And just things that you see while you're flipping through the air when you're in a different environment are totally different. So like you have to spot different things when you're flipping and tumbling, and
like
it all makes a difference.
I was gonna say, it sounds weird, but like in our gym, it's all red, but then in Devaney, it's blue. But I mean, besides the floor, which is the exact same, but the beam mats are blue, the vault mats are blue, like everything else that you see that would be in the gym like are completely different. So like what you're saying like makes complete sense, especially because like when you go to different places, like I think Iowa has a black floor, right? Like it's just like everything's just like completely different. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
but
I agree. Just jumping in here real quick, you can text or call the hotline at 402-464-5685. And again, you're listening to Kinsey and Michaela on Talking Tens. So back to that. Now I just lost my train of thought. But I think we should go through a lineup and how many people, compete, and maybe just, I don't know, team score. I think that that seems like common knowledge to us, but that definitely isn't for everyone else.
I was gonna say, like, it sounds super funny when you try to explain it, because I think we say, oh yeah, we have many bodies this year or whatever it may be, when I'm talking about 18 girls. But then you look at like different sports like swimming, or I can't even talk about football because it's like 150 roster.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking about like the sports with considered smaller. But I would think we possibly have, well, besides like rifle and not track. Track has a lot of people, but like I'm trying to think, bowling,
diving, yeah,
have like small amounts of people. But with us, we have 18 people this year, and we have 6 spots to fill on each event, which
it doesn't sound like a lot, but not every single person does every event.
Right.
So that reduces the amount of people that you have available for each event.
And that's where you need like the filler people.
Yeah.
So like, for example, Kinsey here does 4 events. I do 3. So somebody needs to fill that 4th spot.
Yeah.
So, which it's good. Like, I feel like we only have 1 all-arounder though. Emma Spence, right?
Yeah, and then me.
Oh, I forgot about you. I literally just said 4 events. So that's 2, but like, so then we need, I'm really bad at math. So,
well, I mean, just in general, like I would say most people on the team do 2 or 3 events.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I would say is good.
No, it helps. And again, just like restating it, 6 people on each event and 5 scores count. So,
and in preseason or like normal season, like what we're doing right now, we have a 7th person that is allowed to go, but their score doesn't count, and it's called the exhibition. So a lot of times they'll have somebody who needs a little more experience, or they'll put a freshman out there, or, somebody who's just trying to get back into the lineup, who's kind of next in line, will be in that 7th spot just to get, that familiar feeling back, or like I said, experience, whatever it may be. Cause I've been in that spot before, but just because like they needed another person, or like, why not? You're ready, so we'll stick you in there. And personally, I think it's good. I think it's nice to have, because I know a lot of people have done that on other events, and it really does take off the pressure. So like, if you need to be put in there, I'm kind of just like, just do what you need to do, because first of all, it doesn't count. Second of all, you're just you're
getting more experience. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. I think that it's a great opportunity, like for anyone on the team. It doesn't matter what year you are. If you can just get out there and compete a routine. On top of that, they do score it. I don't know if they flash the score.
They do, but if it's like on TV, it won't show you.
But that's just another great way to get feedback on, what your routine is going to score if you are actually in the lineup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So with these 5 scores, they all like, I'm trying to think of how to like break this down, because you would add you would add all 5 of them and then drop the lowest score.
Yeah.
Well, correct. You would add 6. No.
top 5 scores. Okay. And then the lowest score gets dropped.
So like the 6th one doesn't matter.
Well,
I should know this.
Not like 6 score. Okay.
6 people compete.
Yes, the 6th score, as in it doesn't matter which spot you're competing in, just the lowest score gets dropped.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like trying to get out. I was like, I understand it, I promise.
How many years have we been doing this?
Too many, and I should know. It's harder when it's like not on paper, because like if you showed me the 6 scores, I'm like, oh yeah, that one gets thrown out right away. But like when I'm talking about it, I'm like, I don't know how this works.
To break it into simple terms, 4 events. On each event, the max that you can get is a 50, because 5 people out of a 10.
Yes.
And then the highest team score is a 200,
which I don't think anybody has ever done in the history of gymnastics, if I'm being 1,000% honest with you.
I would say, if I were to guess, I feel like it would be like a high 198. I don't know if anyone's ever scored a 199.
I don't know. I know OU has had quite a few 198.
Yeah.
So. But I think that's
crazy to think about.
It's insane.
Because that would be like 9 plus scores almost all around.
Yeah.
But. And we're going to take a little break. We will be back shortly.
Check out and watch all of the Ticket weeknight shows live on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers video stream on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. This is Talkin' Tens on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now what do? Football is over. The weather's crappy. Man, I tell you what, it's a perfect time to go car shopping. This is Carl from Price Right Auto. Come out to Price Right in West Elk, and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. With our non-commissioned sales process, we let you control the sale. We won't let you get a lemon, since we back every one of our vehicles with our peace of mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, pricerightauto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on West O Street at Price Right Auto.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, sewer and water underground repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. That's Select Plumbing at 402-560-6197.
Beatrice Bakery has been serving Nebraska with one-of-a-kind grandma's fruitcake since 1964. You already know that, but did you know they offer way more than that? You've got to try their line of liqueur cakes, like the strawberry daiquiri cake or the vanilla rum cake. Or what about their breakfast breads, the banana nut bread, or their various streusel coffee cakes? Whatever the occasion, Beatrice Bakery has something for you. Oh yeah, and grandma's fruitcake? It's still pretty darn good. Beatrice Bakery, located in downtown Beatrice, or always online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Sponsored by SAMHSA and Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference. South Lincoln has a new place for you to catch all sporting events. The Upside Bar and Lounge is your destination for Monday Night Football, UFC fight nights, and more. It's a great place to meet friends to enjoy great drinks and food, with plenty of TVs to catch all the action. There's easy access and free parking and comfortable seating for groups. And don't forget happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. each weekday. There's specials every night, including taco night on Mondays and burger baskets on Tuesdays. That's at the Upside Bar and Lounge at 27th and Pine Lake.
I'm Dan Friedman. When you entrust the care of an aging or sick loved one to a nursing home, it can be a gut-wrenching decision. Unfortunately, sometimes these facilities are poorly managed or make bad decisions, and our vulnerable loved ones suffer the consequences. If you believe your loved one suffered at the hands of a poorly run nursing home, it doesn't cost you a thing to get the opinion of a skilled trial lawyer. At Friedman Law, we've been protecting the rights of injured Nebraskans for over half a century. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
My name is Rebecca. I struggled with depression for years. I also smoked. That was my world. Finally, I realized that smoking wasn't helping me. It was making my life worse. So I took control and I quit. Now I'm able to run again and take walks with my grandkids. My tip is there's another world out there, and it's a beautiful place to be.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
They say one great thing leads to another. And that's especially true when you visit a Great Clips salon. When you sit down for a haircut with a skilled and friendly stylist at one of our thousands of convenient Great Clips locations, they'll not only make your hair look great, they'll make you feel great too. And that's something you can't help but share with the world. Download our online check-in app today and opt in to get a ready next text when you're up next. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your NTD weather tonight, mostly clear, lows 25. South winds gusting to 25. Tuesday, mostly sunny, warm in the afternoon. Highs 43. Winds become northwest as we cool down tomorrow night, gusting to 35. I'm NTD Chief Forecaster Ken Boughton for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljob.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Back to Talkin' Tens with Michaela Curtis and Kinsey Roby on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Talking Tens. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm here with my co-host, Michaela, and you're listening to 93.7 FM The Ticket. As a reminder, you can text or call into the hotline at 402-464-5685. Party time.
It's a good time.
Great time.
Great time. So, Kenzie and I were talking like during break, and we wanted to kind of explain what a travel day might look like. More so like not flying, because we're not flying to this one.
Yeah.
So like what does a bus one look like? And then I guess we can explain, I mean, it's I don't know which one we fly to because I don't know who we go to.
What meet we fly to? I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm not really good about any of that, but like I guess we could kind of explain what that looked like in the past because
Yeah.
they're kind of all the same.
We can
but
start with the bus one though, because
Yeah.
we're doing that this week.
I wonder if it's a sleeper bus
I was thinking the same thing. I hope so. Those are so nice.
because it's what, only a 3-hour.
But also, we have a lot more people than we had last year, and we didn't have enough. Well, we had enough spots, but we were a little
Can I just say,
like
sleeper buses are just
chef's kiss.
oh
Too
God.
nice.
Like they're so nice in the sense that I feel like we kind of did you yeah, you slept on a bed, right? Last time?
It was something. I don't know if it was a bed.
Well,
but
it's hard. Okay.
I took a nap.
Because there's like a chair or like there was so I'm talking about the specific one that we had last time. We've had a few
okay,
different
wait.
ones.
I have to stop because I think we're thinking of two different things.
I'm thinking about the one that we took to Big Tens. The one that had the ones fall from the
Okay, there's that, but then where was the one that we like all sat in the back? Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it's the same one. That's the one that when we went to Minnesota. Because they shut the door in the middle.
Okay.
And then the
that must have just been like a different style of bus, I guess.
I think the couch ended up this is gonna sound so weird, but it's kind of like an airplane where you put your luggage at the top. It folded down.
Okay.
And it made like an L. Because I remember I was sleeping in that one.
No, I'm remembering that now. Okay.
Yeah.
They all eventually folded down to beds.
Or like where the table was, you took off the table and it made a bed.
Either
honestly,
way, they're very nice.
It is the best way to travel when you have 18 people. I know I think we sound a little spoiled, but I think we are a little spoiled. When it
I
comes
mean,
to
it
that.
depends on the meet. If it's a really long drive, I think sometimes
I
it
wanna
is,
say-
it is a little necessary, especially if it like we're driving through the night.
What was
It's very
Minnesota?
helpful.
6 or 8, something like that,
I
right?
think it was only 6.
But like that's super nice, especially when you're having to do classwork.
Oh, for sure.
And like I know sometimes like I'll sit like lay on my stomach and I'm able to, excuse me, kind of do stuff.
Mhm.
Or like people will be sitting in the chair, I don't know, like 1 a.m. doing stuff, which I don't know how they have like the
That used to be me freshman year, and I mean, since then, I just decided like, at least during bus rides, I'm like, number
Do it
one,
before.
it's very hard to do stuff on the bus.
Well, it's hard to
but
concentrate because like
with so many people.
yeah. But do you remember the one the one sleeper bus when you had to chain it? They would pop
Oh
up.
my gosh,
That was
yes.
always so interesting because I would always smack my head because I always got the bottom bunk.
Mhm.
You almost
No.
lit it on
No,
fire.
no.
one
I was
time.
gonna say I have a very funny story to share. So we're gonna go all the way back to freshman year. I was definitely a little shy back then. I wouldn't necessarily speak up. Okay, and I brought
You have to explain the seats though, so it makes
What do
sense.
you mean?
So like the seats were a little bit different because they were like like bench seats, right? But they were facing each
Well,
other.
yeah.
And then so you popped the top up and it made a bunk bed.
Mhm.
So you had to explain that it wasn't just a chair that you almost
I'm
destroyed.
I'm in my little bunk, and I don't know why I decided to bring a heated blanket. It really just seemed like a great idea, especially knowing that the bus had plugins. And so
got cold.
I go to plug in my heated blanket, and all of a sudden, no, I'm not even kidding. I'm laying there, and I'm like, I start to smell this horrible, like almost like battery acid smell. And I'm like,
This
oh,
is
no.
Roby's confession
That
of her
can't be good.
trying
That
to
cannot
light the
be
bus
good.
on fire.
And so next thing you know, I mean immediately unplug this heated blanket, and I'm like literally seeing sparks. Okay, literally seeing sparks.
She's not kidding.
And I didn't tell a single soul. I kept that to myself. I literally whipped out perfume out of my bag, and I was like, yes, spray it everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope nobody notices. And then we were roommates at the time. So we get back to the suites at whenever we
dorms
got
here.
back from our trip. And I'm like, hey, Michaela, I almost lit the bus on fire, but it didn't happen. So we're good.
I feel like we haven't had luck with some buses because I got a memory on my Snapchat of a while ago when it was last year.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember
when it
the
broke-
bus broke
it broke
down,
down.
and they had to pull up another bus behind us, and I want to say it was at least midnight, something like that, and all you see is a group of like
Oh yeah, because we had to
15
get everything
people.
off the bus and then transfer it to the
man.
next bus.
It was
There's always something during traveling, which I feel like that's for any situation. Even if you're, I don't know, traveling for vacation, traveling with family, there's always something. But we definitely have our fair share of stories.
And that's the thing. It makes it so funny because like you don't remember it until you say something like, "Oh, do you remember our bus rides?" And then you're like, "Oh my gosh, I almost lit the bus on fire." But that's not like something that you think about like
On a day-to-day basis.
yeah, or like
No,
when
for
you think
sure.
of like memories, that's not like the first one, but bus rides can be pretty fun in the sense that like yeah, people are sleeping, but there's like we literally look like we're in the jungle. Cause like
there's always so much
there's so much
going
going
on.
and like I have one leg on one bed trying to get my sheets off, and then
Yeah.
like I'm reaching over here trying to put this down. It's honestly kind of an insane show, but it's so fun because like you said, the last bus we had, there was a door in the middle, so the coaches all sat up in the front and the girls sat in the back, which it's kind of like our own little bonding time.
For sure. I think that some of like the best memories are definitely made during season and
100%.
during traveling.
And I think the fun thing is when we go to hotels, I feel like we all end up in one person's room.
Oh yeah, especially like after the meet.
Yeah. Like
when-
it's just, "Hey, what room are you in?" And then it's just kind of like people like accumulate.
domino
right?
effect.
Is that
Yeah,
it?
I don't know.
And it's just like it's so fun because you don't realize hotels are kind of boring.
Yeah.
And it's not even like we go swimming or anything. Like we literally just sit there and talk.
swimming.
Well, but like that's the only thing to do at a hotel.
Yeah.
No, but
no,
it's
you
like,
definitely get a lot closer with everyone during season.
well, and so our coach has it set up so when we go to a hotel, I mean, this is kind of how it's been for a while. Seniors will be roomed with freshmen most of the time or underclassmen because that way it gives us, even though we're not going to be here all 4 of their years, we still have that chance to bond with them. And I think it's fun, even though there's only, oh my gosh, 4 of us and there's 7 of them.
Yeah.
Like obviously the numbers,
4 seniors and then 7
freshmen. Yeah. Obviously the numbers are not the same, but we do switch out every time we go to. This is pre-COVID. I don't know how this works with COVID. I don't know if that's what we're planning on doing, but pre-COVID, we would always switch out roommates. I know last year we had the same roommate, so I definitely got closer with my roommate, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And I think not only does it help inside the gym, it helps outside of the gym, and it creates, that deeper connection that you were talking about. And I think it's awesome because we're so used to the not the schedule, but so used to like how we are in the gym. Like I know you more like outside the gym just because like you said we live together, but knowing how people are outside of the gym is just as important.
For sure, cuz I think that so many people have like a different personality maybe in the gym rather than outside of the gym.
Right.
And so like seeing both sides it just, I don't know, it helps you get a lot closer. And
I guess like too, I've never been so close, and I think that's what I enjoy about this team right here. I don't think we've been as close as a team as we are this year.
oh, 100%.
And I think it's so nice because like you could text and be like, "Hey, do you want to have a movie night?" And quite a few people would probably show up. Or like whatever, it's some oh my gosh, something so simple. There we go. My S's are hard, I guess. Something as simple as like if it's a birthday, everybody shows up. And I
Yeah.
think that is going to be something special this year because I don't know if we've really had that in the past.
No, I completely agree with that. And I think that honestly plays a big part in the success of a team because being able to, want to hang out with each other outside of the gym, like that's equally as important to our success in the gym. And just being able to, connect with everybody on another level is really important.
And I think too, like we have so many different personalities.
Oh, yes.
And normally that doesn't work. And I mean, like, yes, we get on each other's nerves. Like, not everybody's perfect because we're all girls and
Yeah.
girls are hard to deal with. But it's one of those things that I think we all like understand. And like, like we all understand each other. We all understand what our goal is. And I think that like one of our goals this year, senior wise, was we wanted to get to know the freshmen. We wanted to get to know the sophomores and the juniors and, build that relationship that we had been wanting, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that by being able to do that I think we clicked pretty fast.
No, I would agree with that. Like, I think if I take a step back, like, one thing that I've noticed about this team is it's not like, I mean, I wouldn't say that this has happened in the past, but really for this team, it's not like anyone's treated differently as far as like, being a different class or something like that. So
I feel like we, like senior class at least, we're pretty open about having the freshmen speak their mind and using their voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that's given them that comfort.
Mhm.
I mean, nobody's told me anything, so I don't know that. But like from what I see from the outside, like it's really nice when a sophomore or a freshman speaks up because
Yes.
I don't think our freshman year we wanted to say anything just because like we felt like it wasn't our place to have a voice
Mhm.
because we were, fresh
Well, not
meat.
even that. I remember just being like really, really nervous and really, I guess, I don't even know if intimidated is the right word to use,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like there's definitely been like a shift in everything.
And I think that's helped
which is
us.
good. Yeah.
I think we definitely feel more bonded.
Yeah.
Is that the right thing? I
Maybe,
guess?
maybe.
I don't know. Like it's nice because it's like one of those things that you ask like who's your roommate this weekend, and you could honestly say, oh, it's I don't blah blah blah, and like you're happy to be with them. Like,
Mhm.
And I think that shows.
Yeah.
I think it shows that we come into the gym each day, and if she switches up groups, you're happy to be there. You're happy who you're around, and it's nice. I think it's nice for sure to be here a fifth year, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, 100%.
that.
I agree. So, just as a reminder, you're listening to Talking Tens on 93.7 FM The Ticket, and you can text or call the hotline at 402-464-5685. And jumping back in, so why don't we go through our actual meet day?
Yeah, sorry. I feel like we kind of
that was really a whole rant,
backtracked.
but it's all right. Let's switch it a little bit. And I guess okay, I can start us off, and then you can.
So, are you doing meet day or what? Like, I guess what is expected of like what this weekend might look like in the sense of like busing to Ames and what the plan is.
Which one you want to do?
I mean, I guess we could explain like because well, let's talk about the bus ride and stuff. Just because I feel like sometimes people don't understand like how early we have to prepare for stuff.
Yeah. So we will travel on Thursday
because we compete on Friday.
Yeah, so we travel a day before. That way we can get to wherever we're going. We'll get to the hotel, check in, eat dinner. Normally, the night before, we'll kind of do like a little bit of stretching, maybe like I don't know what else
Like
we
we
do.
find like not a ballroom. I don't
like
know.
the exercise room at the hotel,
and we'll kind of like run around, give our legs. I mean, it's only like a 3-hour trip, so honestly, this one's not too bad.
Yeah.
But when it's like 2 flights or like an 8-hour drive or something, that's definitely more needed. But when we get off the bus, a lot of times she lets us kind of chill in the room. But it is expected that we roll out just because
it does
you don't
make
want to
a
be
difference.
tense.
Yeah. So then again, still on Thursday, obviously go to bed, wake up Friday. One thing about this meet is it is a night meet. It's at 6:30 p.m.
I didn't even know that.
Which
I think so. That's honestly the nice thing about college is I feel like you don't have day meets, and it's
or at least
like
early
mornings.
morning. Yeah,
that's one of the best things because I'm not saying that like we're old. I say that we're 22, but which isn't old. Excuse me, sorry, my bad. I'm getting there. Give me I don't even know how many days. 26 days.
There you go.
And I'll be up there with you. But yeah, so just like sitting in one spot and stuff. Look, I'm off track now, but early morning meets for us. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard to not like the getting up part, but doing gymnastics that early in the morning can be very hard on your body.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been doing it for 21 years now.
Well, and so like that's the thing too. So we load the bus on Thursday at like 12:45, which honestly is very nice. It gives people time to if they haven't packed or if they want to go get snacks or coffee. I know a lot of us, especially when it's a bus ride, you see everybody has a coffee cup, and which 12 p.m. is just right for that. And then we get to the hotel around 5, which honestly is not too bad.
Mm-mm.
And then, we get dinner, but so we have everything like planned out, which is like super nice in the sense that if I didn't have an itinerary, I would be late to everything, and I would probably not be on the team because of I literally have no time. Like, it's just not good.
Hey, you have at least had a lot of growth, though.
Thank you.
From freshman year to here.
I was first.
I'm proud.
I was
I'm
first
proud.
somewhere the other day. It was actually nice, and people were very surprised. I actually thought that it was the wrong day. Oh, it was our video shoot, I'm pretty sure. And I was the first person that got there, and I was like,
this is weird.
I thought it was the wrong day. I was like, I think that it's tomorrow, and I'm not gonna lie, I almost left.
Oh
So
my
it's a good thing
gosh.
I didn't, because I was 15 minutes early.
That is amazing. But
think-
that is one thing. Like, when we're traveling, it is very important
See,
to be on time or to be early.
I was gonna say, when it says get on the bus at 12:45,
You better be there.
You be there at like 12:30, because
Yeah.
you also want a spot and get settled in and stuff like that. But when I am not late for those, I have been late for like meetings and stuff, which is not good at all. I just have no like. I just am really bad at time, because I'm always like, I'll look at my clock and I'm like, okay, I'll leave in 10 minutes. And then I get distracted and I'm playing like Candy Crush or something.
Jeez.
And I'm like, it's not good.
All right, guys, we got one question for you before we get to break.
I like questions.
This comes off the text line 402-464-5685. What is the best memory that you've had with your team?
Oh, man. Like current. Okay. I don't know if this is specified, so I guess I'll ask you current or just, which is so hard because we've been here 5 years, but
Let's do on at Nebraska.
which year?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go in the last 2 years.
That's hard. Okay. Hold on.
Perfect.
What? Sorry. It's like going to be silent in here for a second.
I'm trying to think, like, because last year was so
It was hard.
different because the season was so different with COVID. But
Oh, I know mine.
okay, you go first.
I would have to say senior night at home.
That's a
I
good
think was
one.
like really good. Like, it was kind of a bonding experience because I don't even want to say it. One of the girls got hurt, but I think by her getting hurt, not that that's around her, but like it kind of showed us like we needed to unify.
Yeah.
But I think that was actually a really good meet for me because it showed my potential.
Mhm.
And it made me like super excited that that's where I left off. So that's where I can start again, or at least I'm
Yeah.
hoping. I made 2, oh my gosh, what is it called? Like 2 of my highest scores.
Mhm.
And to me, that was like a super cool moment because I think I struggle with feeling like I'm good enough. Even
Mhm.
though like I see my name in a lineup, to me, that's not good enough. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Like, it's just, I'm never good enough for myself.
Yeah.
So like seeing my name in a lineup and doing what I am capable of doing, because you never know, like at a meet, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And just like getting up there and hitting those and, being first on floor and leading off on floor and hitting that and doing what we say, doing me
Mhm.
was probably one of the coolest things that I could walk away with.
Very good. Dang, that was
Sorry.
good.
Sorry.
Okay. In the last 2 years, the one thing that really is just sticking out, this isn't even like in the gym. It was honestly just like the whole it was DC, right? We were in DC trip.
Oh my gosh.
That one, I don't know. It just really, it will always stand out to me. I think that it was such a cool experience getting to do all of that with the entire team and also be there to support you with that.
Yeah,
That will always
So for
stick
context,
out in my mind.
Maryland, that holds a place in my heart and will always hold a place in my heart in the sense that I used to live there, but my dad is actually buried at Arlington, and my dad passed away in 2010. 2010, so it's been a minute, and I haven't seen him since. And so our coach had set up a tour, I don't know how
Yeah.
to say it. And he didn't know. And I remember just getting to the hotel room and looking up Arlington, and it was like 30 minutes from our hotel room, and I just burst out into tears because like my mom wasn't there, and I didn't know how to act because I hadn't been that close.
Yeah.
And then those girls went and talked to our coach, and I was originally going to ask my head coach, hey, do you think there's any way we could possibly go? Like, can we make it work? And so before I even got to ask her, they pulled me out. Those two teammates and my coach pulled me out into the hallway, and they were like, look, we were going to stop at Arlington anyway, but we weren't going to go in. But we called and we're going to make it work.
Mhm.
And okay, so I take mine back. I guess this is what would probably be, because this honestly like is super, to me, is insane, was being able to see my dad with the team. So yeah.
No, that will always hold a special place in the heart. But now we are going to take a little break, and we will be back here soon.
Check out and watch all of the Ticket weeknight shows live on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers video stream on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. This is Talkin' Tens on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljob.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your MTV weather tonight, mostly clear, lows 25. South winds gusting to 25. Tuesday, mostly sunny, warm in the afternoon. Highs 43. Winds become northwest as we cool down tomorrow night, gusting to 35. I'm MTV Chief Forecaster Ken Fountain for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now what do? Football is over. The weather's crappy. Man, I tell you what, it's a perfect time to go car shopping. This is Carl from Price Right Auto. Come out to Price Right in West Elk, and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. With our non-commissioned sales process, we let you control the sale. We won't let you get a lemon since we back every one of our vehicles with our Peace of Mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, PriceRightAuto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on West Elk Street at Price Right Auto.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric always makes safety a top priority for our home and office. In under just 1 hour, their team installed the state-of-the-art air scrubber system directly into our existing HVAC ductwork. This technology purifies the air and reduces exposure to common bacteria and viruses, creating a safer breathing environment for my family. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Back to Talkin' Tens with Michaela Curtis and Kinsey Roby on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Talking Tens. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm also here with my co-host, Michaela. And you're listening to 93.7 FM The Ticket.
I guess
bringing it back.
Yeah, like where we left off, I was kind of backing up your story, which I completely forgot about, and I'm mad at myself that I forgot about that. But yeah, I think that was like a super special moment to me because I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know if like anybody else knew about it, but which I didn't want to make a big
we
deal.
found out like not way ahead, but a little bit before.
Yeah. And like I had mentioned to you, I was a little worried because not worried in the sense that people would be like weirded out or anything, but I guess like like Arlington is like a huge thing. Like there's what's JFK I think is buried there. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm like pretty sure it's him. Anyway, but there's like soldiers and everything, like that's what it's for. I guess like what was going through my head is two things. I was worried that not to cry in front of you guys, but I think I try to come off as such a strong person or like happy and goofy and bubbly. I didn't want you guys to see that side of me because I don't like when people see me sad, which I know is like a good thing that people see. But to like, I felt bad because I was like, oh, I'm taking you guys into a cemetery.
No, but I don't think that anyone ever, I mean, even like what you were describing, like I don't think that any of those concerns were what anyone was thinking. And I think that at least, you know, everyone on that team was so glad that they got to be there with you and experience the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
no, it was definitely a beautiful moment just because like everybody was crying at that point.
Yeah.
Like when I finally, like it felt like forever because my dad is actually buried in the wall. He's not like up close or anything. It felt like forever to walk over there to him. But, you know, when we were walking over there, you know, somebody was always on my arm or somebody was always talking to me. And to me, like the comfort, it was just insane to know that like that to me is what family is about. And like, I've always been wanting, like, I've never had a sister. You've never had siblings. So like to just know that I could lean on you guys was like insane. And you know, just to see I think one thing too that was a very special moment was to see the coaches had emotions too. Because like I think sometimes we forget.
I mean, it was everyone
well,
while we were there.
You like forget sometimes. Yes, like I'm talking to you, I'm seeing you, but I think sometimes we forget like before a gymnast or an athlete, we're
a person,
we're people. And I think by seeing the emotion on the coach's face, or even Tom, our trainer, who like is probably oh, Tom is just he's insane.
But just to see that from everyone and the support from everyone.
Yeah, that so for sure that would be I just like am just thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely like I wish I could just videotape the whole day and like just show people because that's probably one of my proudest moments that I got to. And then I FaceTime my mom and you know she's crying on the other side and I'm like, you can't do that to me. I'm already crying. But yeah, so to answer that in a very long way, and I took the spotlight from Roby on that one.
You're good.
So I apologize. But yeah, no, it was that's what I look forward to. Because I think like we went on a trip going somewhere like I hadn't been to Maryland in forever. Going on a trip with the team and you never know what to expect, I think is cool in the sense that like you never know what memories are going to be made. And I think that's why like traveling is so fun and so cool to experience, I think. And I think that's what like keeps me or like pulls me like I'm like stay in gymnastics.
That's what I'm going to hands down probably miss the most is just all of those moments in between with the team.
It's like I enjoy the gymnastics part so much, but like it's a Wednesday night and somebody's like, hey, come watch a movie. Like those are the things that I love. I love that. And then I love like, oh my gosh, I just like I'm just so excited to like
experience
hotel rooms
it again.
Are so fun.
Hey, at least it's soon.
It's still
this
like
week.
I'm not even processing, like I said earlier, I'm not even processing that I like, so we just got our apparel too. And I like went through it and I'm just like, wow, this is it. This is like, it's coming.
It's here.
I know, like seeing the duffel bag with my name on it. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
There we go.
All right, guys, we got 1 minute left or so, 45 seconds. The deep end with Husker swimming and diving is next with their head coach, Pablo.
I like that.
Ooh.
So any final thoughts here?
If you guys are interested in coming to see us, please buy tickets. We would love to see you guys, and we would love to have you experience what a Husker meet is like in Devaney.
Yes, so get your tickets.
It'll be a fun time. Yeah, I think that's it.
Go Big Red.